Hello, and welcome to a Life Soul podcast, where we explore personal growth, high performance, and intentional living. I am Wasim Balani, and I believe life isn't just about getting through the day, it is about becoming fully alive in everything we do. Through my journey, whether in medicine as a heart rhythm cardiologist, cycling and running, or personal development, I've learned that success isn't just about reaching goals, but about who you become along the way. This podcast is here to inspire and challenge you to push your limits, cultivate discipline, and live with purpose. Join me each week as we dive into ideas, reflections, and practical strategies to help you grow into your best self. Let's get started.
Hey there, and welcome to today's episode. I'm really excited to talk about this topic because it's something we all deal with, which is self-doubt. I've been through it, and I know so many of you have too. So let's get into it. Have you ever had that moment where you're about to do something new, something you really want, and then suddenly that little voice creeps in, the one that whispers, "Who do you think you are?" or "You're not ready yet." You start questioning yourself. Am I good enough? Do I really have what it takes? And before you know it, you've talked yourself out of it. Sound familiar? Yeah, me too. And here's the thing. This voice does not just show up once in your life. It keeps coming back. Even when you've accomplished something before, even when you've proven to yourself that you can do hard things, the next time you step out of your comfort zone, it's there again. And that's why I want to talk about this today. Because self-doubt does not disappear. You just get better at overcoming it. But here's something that hit me recently. It's actually better to try something and be bad at it than to never try it at all. Just think about that for a second. How often do we hold back because we're afraid of not being perfect? Because we're scared of failing? But what if the real failure is never even trying? No one starts as an expert. Every single person you admire was once a beginner. Someone who questioned their abilities, who doubted themselves. But here's the difference. They did not wait until they felt fully ready. They just started. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. How to push through self-doubt, take action even when you don't feel ready, and realize that confidence does not come before action. It comes from action. And I want to be real with you. Self-doubt, it's something I've faced at different points in my life. And it wasn't just about starting a blog or trying something new. It hit me the hardest when I was about to start this podcast. I have been writing for a while in my blog, and I loved it. But when I started thinking about actually speaking, putting my voice out there, recording my words, I started doubting myself in a way I never had before. I thought to myself, do I really have what it takes to do this? Would people take me seriously? Would my message even resonate? And let me tell you something. Those doubts did not just whisper. They shouted at me. For weeks, I kept going back and forth. Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should prepare more. Maybe I need to sound more professional. Have you ever done this? Thought about something over and over, analyzing every little detail until eventually you convince yourself to just not do it? It's like we wait for some perfect moment to arrive. But the truth is, there's no perfect moment. Then, I remember telling my wife that I was thinking about launching a podcast, and she asked me, "Why you?" Not in a negative way, not to discourage me, just an honest question. And in that moment, I felt it hit me. Why me? Why would people listen to me? And that's when the self-doubt went even deeper. It wasn't just about whether I could do this, but whether I even deserved to. For a second, I actually thought, maybe she's right. But then, I flipped the question around in my head. Why not me? Because here's the thing about self-worth. It's not about being the best, the smartest, or even the most accomplished. It's about recognizing that what you have to offer is valuable, right now, exactly as you are. And this is something I want you to ask yourself. Have you been holding back on something? Not because you don't have the skills, but because deep down, you are questioning whether you're worthy of even trying. Because I'm here to tell you, you are worthy. You don't need to wait until you reach some imaginary level of perfection before you start. You don't need permission from anyone to take action on something that matters to you. And once I realized that, everything shifted. This is what finally pushed me to take action. I realized that if I don't start now, I might not ever start. And even worse, someone who needed to hear this message right now wouldn't get it. Think about that for a second. What if the thing you are hesitating on is something that could actually help someone today? Not next year, not when you feel ready, but now. What if someone out there is struggling, looking for encouragement, and you're the person who could offer it to them? That was a huge aha moment for me. I realized that by waiting, I wasn't just holding myself back, I might be holding someone else back too. I also realized this wasn't just about me. The doubts, the hesitation, the fear of what others might think, it was all standing in the way of something bigger. I also started to feel like this was a calling, like I was meant to share, to inspire, and to contribute in some way. And once I reframed it that way, the question changed. It was no longer, why me? But why not me? If I have something to offer, if I can make even a small impact, then holding back because of self-doubt isn't just about me. It's about all the people who might benefit from what I have to share. Something else crept in me when I was about to start this podcast, the so-called imposter syndrome. I started thinking, who am I to be doing this? I heard all these great podcasts from famous speakers, motivational icons, people with massive audiences, and I started feeling small compared to them. But after sitting with these doubts, I had a realization. I'm not an imposter. I'm a beginner. And that is a huge difference. See, an imposter is someone pretending to be someone they are not. But a beginner is someone who is learning, growing, and improving. So if you've been holding back because you feel like you're not qualified enough, not experienced enough, not ready enough, let me remind you, you don't need to be perfect to make an impact. You just need to be willing to start. Many of us experience imposter syndrome, even when we're capable and qualified. It's that nagging voice that says, what if I'm not good enough? Or what if people find out I don't actually know what I'm doing? But here's the thing. Some of the most successful people in the world have felt that same way. Let me share a few stories with you. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. Can you imagine being told you're not good enough for television? That's exactly what happened to her. She was fired from her job as a news anchor and was told she did not have what it takes. At that moment, she could have believed them. She could have thought, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not meant for this. But she didn't. She kept going, and now she's one of the most influential media personalities in the world. Imagine if she had let that self-doubt win. And then there is J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became the global phenomenon we all know, she was struggling, really struggling. She sent her book to publisher after publisher. 12 of them rejected her. 12. Think about that. Imagine working on something for years, pouring your heart into it, and being told over and over again, this is not good enough. She could have given up, but she didn't. She believed in her story, and eventually, someone else did too. Now, she's one of the best-selling authors of all time. And let's talk about Michael Jordan. We see him as one of the greatest athletes and basketball players of all time. But what most people don't know is that he was actually cut from his high school basketball team. Think about that. Michael Jordan, the guy who dominated the game, was once told he wasn't good enough. But instead of quitting, he used his doubt as a fuel. He trained harder, pushed himself more, and proved that his talent wasn't the issue. It was just a matter of persistence, and that persistence made him legendary. So what's the common theme here? Every one of these people faced rejection, failure, and self-doubt. But they did not let it define them. They did not let it stop them. And that's the key. Self-doubt will always show up, but we get to decide whether it's the end of the story or just part of the journey. So the next time you think you're not good enough, remember, these people were told the same thing. They doubted themselves, but they kept going anyways. The difference wasn't that they never felt self-doubt. It was that they did not let it stop them. Think about it. How many of us let fear control what we do, what we chase, and what we believe we are capable of? But what if fear isn't a stop sign but a signal? A sign that we are about to step into something meaningful? I want you to sit with this for a moment. What are you afraid of right now? And what if that fear is actually pointing you towards what you're meant to do? So, how do we actually do this? How do we move from doubt to action when fear and self-doubt feel so real? Here is a detailed step-by-step plan you can follow. Step 1. Identify where self-doubt is holding you back. We cannot change what we don't acknowledge. So the first step is awareness, getting really honest about the areas where self-doubt is controlling your actions. Ask yourself, what is the thing I keep putting off because I don't feel ready? Where is self-doubt keeping me stuck right now? What have I been telling myself I cannot do just because I feel unqualified? It could be starting a new project, applying for a job, stepping up as a leader, speaking publicly, or even personal goals like working on your fitness or relationships. So write it down, seriously, put it on paper. Seeing it in front of you makes it real and gives you the power to change it. Step 2. Take one bold action this week. This is the part that separates people who stay stuck from people who actually break through their doubts. What's one small but courageous action you can take this week? If you've been afraid to speak up in a meeting, commit to sharing at least one idea this week. If you've been thinking about starting a project, open up your laptop and take the first step. If you've been delaying a tough conversation, schedule it. And if you've been wanting to improve your fitness but keep waiting, go for that first run. Whatever it is, do something, anything that moves you forward. Step 3. Schedule it. Now, this is a big one. You need to put it on your calendar. We all say, I'll do it later, or someday. But later or someday are not a real day on the calendar. So whatever action you choose, I want you to schedule it. Pick a date and time, set a reminder, and make it real. Because when you schedule something, you are making a commitment to yourself. Step 4. Shift your mindset. You are a beginner, not an imposter. One of the biggest traps that we fall into is thinking, who am I to do this? Let me remind you again, you are not an imposter, you are a beginner, and that's a huge difference. And guess what? People don't relate to perfection, they relate to people who are real. Step 5. Surround yourself with the right people. You become like the people you spend the most time with. So ask yourself, are the people around you encouraging you to take action or keeping you stuck in self-doubt? If you're constantly around people who hesitate and doubt, you'll absorb that mindset. But if you surround yourself with people who take action, who push past fear and self-doubt, who show up even when they're uncertain, that mindset will rub off on you. And if you don't have those people in your immediate circle, that's okay. Listen to podcasts that inspire action, follow people online who motivate you, and join a community or a group of people who are striving for growth. Because when you change your environment, you change your mindset. So here's your challenge. This week, take one bold step. just one. Not a perfect step, not the biggest step, just one action that moves you forward. Think about that thing you've been avoiding because of self-doubt. Maybe it's finally putting your work out there. Maybe speaking up in a situation where you normally hold back. Or maybe it's signing up for something you've been afraid to commit to. Whatever it is, I want you to decide right now what that step will be. And here's the key. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't let fear and self-doubt creep in and talk you out of it. Just pick something and commit. And I'd love for you to share it with me. Send me a DM on Instagram and let me know what action you are taking this week. Because when you say it out loud, when you tell someone, it becomes real. And remember, the only way to overcome self-doubt is through action. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start. Because I promise you, once you take that first step, you'll wonder why you waited so long. Let's make this the week you stop letting self-doubt win. Let's make this the week you take action. That's it for today, my friends. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to hear about the bold steps you take this week. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Because we grow better when we do it together. Until next time, stay strong, stay intentional, and keep moving forward.